Alrighty, alrighty. What a Monday, huh? What a fucking Monday. Hello, everybody. Iran has declared war on us. Iran has declared war on the United States of America. Did I not tell you, like, every fucking day for, like, the past 6 months that this shit would happen? Did I not tell you every fucking day for the last 6 months that this shit would happen? Iran declares total war against the United States, Israel, and Europe. Iran declares total war against the West. Iranian president says his country is in total war. Iran's president says the country is in a full-scale war. Iran says it's already at war. We are at war with Iran, and the dumbest motherfucker you know will say, well, technically, there's no paperwork. They didn't file it. No, it's actually happening. No, this is real. This is not clickbait. Iran declared war on us. There's been no paperwork, so technically it's not a real war. It's more like a special military operation. That's a state that we're at. Again, I would just like to tell every single MAGA voter to get on your hands and knees and eat my shitty fucking asshole, because I hope you get sent to Iran. I do. I genuinely hope you go fight in Iran. Have fun. Look at this. Oh my god. 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 We're actually gonna go to war. We're actually gonna go to war with Iran. Fan-fucking-tastic. Fan-fucking-tastic. Luigi, don't do it. Don't do it, Luigi. Don't fucking do it. So is this it? We're officially at war? Yeah. We are now at war with Iran. We are at war with Venezuela. We are at war with Nigeria. Just so you know, Avatar, like the Blue People, that movie, hey, it takes place after what is called the Resource Wars. And in the Resource Wars, we harvest all of the resources in Venezuela, Nigeria, and Iran. Oh, it was bound to happen eventually. It was bound to happen eventually. But I thought we had a little bit more time. I thought that the whole global thermonuclear warfare would begin in 2027. I didn't think it would begin in 2026. But c'est la vie. Thus is life. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Israel hopefully will not be all right, but we'll be all right. Iran couldn't even if Iran had hypersonic missiles, they couldn't send a nuclear weapon all the way to America. We would shoot that shit down. They could fucking hit Israel. Granted, Israel has anti-air defense systems, anti-missile defense systems. They could blow that shit out of the sky. But Israel is not the type to take the high ground, right? So let's just say Iran tries. Let me explain something to you. Are you locked in? Let me explain this to you. We get a fuckload of oil through the Strait of Hormuz, okay? That's in the Middle East. And if Israel and Iran butt heads to the point that turns into a nuclear exchange, the oil flow from the Middle East will be rendered obsolete. Either the oil fields will be destroyed through global thermonuclear warfare, or Iran will annex the Strait of Hormuz, send their troops, send their navy, send their air force, and just refuse the oil trade to make its way to the Western world. Now, if we don't get our oil from the Middle East, we have to get it from somewhere else. What? No, somebody in chat said no, they didn't. Clickbait ass title. Okay. Yeah, no, definitely clickbait. Iran declares total war against the U.S. Iran declares total war. New York Post, U.S. Sun, Fox News, The Hill. Yeah, no, totally clickbait, right? You fucking piece of shit. You dumb motherfucker. Totally clickbait, right? You dumb bastard. Anyway, let me go back to what I was saying. Let's say Israel and Iran has a nuclear exchange. It renders the oil obsolete. Either it is radioactive and destroyed, or the Iranians annex the Strait of Hormuz to prevent the war machine of the West from having its food, right? Well, if we can't get oil from the Middle East, where are we going to get it? Venezuela. Now, I've been saying for a couple of months, I've been telling you, I've been going, hey, the reason we're going to Venezuela is not because of Venezuelan oil, it's because of Middle Eastern oil. It's because we know what's coming. Netanyahu has warned Trump. We know what is coming. Israel will be attacking Iran again. And Iran has said, the Ayatollah said, if Israel attacks us again, it will be the last war ever fought in the Middle East. That is an implication of nuclear exchange. And now here's the thing, guys. Rule of three. Rule of three is real. Nuclear weapons have to be used in combat again. They have to. They will be. The only way for humanity to properly understand how powerful nuclear weapons are and then begin like a global denuclearization effort is for, unfortunately, for humanity to see what they have become. Because you think of a nuclear bomb going off, you think of Hiroshima, you think of Nagasaki. And yes, those were brutal. Yes, those were devastating. But they were like the tip of your pinky finger, right? Like the tip compared to your hand, bro. Now we have hands. We were operating with the tip of the fingy back then. I mean, Castle Bravo tests were in the 60s, Tsar Bomba in the fucking 80s. We have weapons that are so unbelievably powerful that you genuinely could not imagine it. You could not imagine how powerful these weapons are. Hands, we have full bodies, bro. I know. For the analogy, showing the hands. Can they move tectonic plates? Absolutely. It's not really about the individual bomb. It's more about the chain reaction. You know, there's nuclear reactors all over the fucking planet. Take the nuclear reactor out of it and just talk about all the explosives that we got. We got fucking oil everywhere. The entire planet is flammable. The entire all civilizations, all societies are riddled with highly explosive material and the nuclear reactors. You know, you get enough nuclear weapons to go off, you're going to start a domino reaction with every fucking nuclear reactor across the fucking planet. Then it's GG. Then it's GG. Then it's GG. Tsar Bomba wasn't even as powerful as they could have made it. I know. They were, yes. So the Tsar Bomba, they had to blow that motherfucker up in the stratosphere. If they blew that up on Earth, the entire planet would have felt the shock. That's not even a joke. The entire fucking planet would have felt the shock. Thank you for the daily tapioca fund. Do tactical nukes being used, watching Article 5 dissolving and nobody wants to escalate? So tactical nukes aren't real, but I do see the deployment of a quote-unquote tactical nuke that the governments will claim it's a tactical nuke. But yes, I do see the deployment of a so-called tactical nuke. A tactical nuke is just a low-yield bomb. It's just a lower-yield tactical nuke. That's all it is. What's happening? Can someone TLDR? Iran declared war on us. Excuse me. But yeah, it's fucking brutal. Absolutely fucking brutal. You gonna survive this, Chris? Of course. I'm unkillable. I'm 14,000 years old, bro. I'll be fine. I'll grab another fucking meat skin. I'll be fine. I'm like it. The way I just, you know, you could take me out, but my entity finds a new host. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Technically, America started the war with Iran. Yes, I mean, listen, Iran is defending themselves. Iran would be out of their fucking mind if they didn't have a nuclear weapon right now. Now, in no way am I rooting for Iran. I don't support any ethno-state, whether it be the Muslim ethno-state of Iran or the Jewish ethno-state of Israel. I fucking hate them both. But if there's one thing that I do understand, it is who is the aggressor in this situation, and it is not Iran. Iran is not the aggressor. The aggressor is Israel. The aggressor is the United States of America. We started this fight, and now we're going to turn the tables and make it seem like they fucking did. They didn't. Is there somewhere we can read about it? Yeah. No, I got a whole bunch up. Let's go with this one. Iran declares total war against the United States, Israel, and Europe as Islamic Republic seeks to expand nuclear capabilities. Iran's president declared his nation was in total war with the United States, Israel, and Europe, just as Tehran looks to rebuild its nuclear capabilities and strengthen ties with Hamas. Masoud Pezeshkian made the bold statement in an interview published on state media Saturday, Barron's reported. In my opinion, we are at total war with the United States, Israel, and Europe. They want to bring our country to its knees, Pezeshkian said. You got a spare Pip-Boy? I do. I do. Hello, Shag. Iran has a right to defend themselves? Of course they do. Now listen, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Iran was following the IAEA regulations, the International Atomic Energy Association. We had American regulators going into Iran and testing their radiation levels to make sure they weren't secretly making a nuclear weapon. They were following the fucking rules. And despite having followed the rules, Israel, led by Satan Yahoo, he decided, well, we got to bomb you anyway because you're holding back the Greater Israel Project and we want complete regime change in Iran, right? So they keep on going for it. They keep on bombing them. We bomb them too. And Iran realizes, well, if we don't have a nuke, they still bomb us. And the Ayatollah says to himself, he goes, what nations does America and Israel not bomb? Well, they don't bomb North Korea. Well, they don't bomb Russia. Well, they don't bomb China. Now, what do those three nations have in common? Nuclear arsenals, okay? So Iran goes, well, if I get a nuke, I could hold it up and I can go, hey, guess what? Look what I got. You're not attacking me again. If I burn, you burn, motherfucker. We're an ethno state, you know? It doesn't matter whether you're Israel or the Vatican or fucking Iran. When you're an ethno state, when your government is inherently tied to your religion and you believe you are the chosen people, you combine that mental illness with nuclear weapons and you've got a real problem on your hands. You go, I will kill everybody here. I don't give a shit. I'm Iran, man. We'll all go. We'll all spend eternity in Jannah. That is the same mindset as like a white jihadist, you know, like an Israeli. That's just a white jihadist. They're the same fucking thing. We already covered Trump and Zelensky meeting. No, I've only been alive for 11 minutes. We got a lot of shit to pull up. Trump Zelensky meeting. Why can't the world just wait for GTA 6? There ain't gonna be no GTA 6, brother. There ain't gonna be no GTA 6. Wait, the title is real? Yeah. Yeah, welcome to reality. Iran declares total war against the United States, Israel, and Europe. Yeah, welcome to reality. What are your short-term 6-month prediction with this? Israel probably attempts some sort of regime change. Israel bombs the ever-loving fuck out of Tehran. Iran attempts a nuclear strike of Tel Aviv. The missile is shot out of the sky. Israel retaliates with a successful nuclear strike in Tehran. Kills a couple million people. Global thermonuclear war breaks out. All countries start to gear up and prepare for the inevitable. I don't know what happened after that, but I don't think Iran could ever successfully nuke Israel. I do think that Israel could successfully nuke Iran. 100%. 100%. They could do it. I don't know about Iran doing it, though. Yeah, we also hit a land facility in Venezuela. Hold on. Trump bombs Venezuela. Yeah, so... Oh, I'm not paying for your shit. I'm not paying for your shit, Bloomberg. Watch, the hell's gonna make me pay too, ain't they? No. All right, so we're bombing Venezuelan land. You're never wrong, Chris. Terrifying. Guys, I don't... Thank you for the $8. I don't tell you this shit out of hoping it happens. I tell you this shit out of looking around and going, based on my historical analysis of what previously happened, this is most likely what is going to happen. And in this world, the most likely explanation is usually the explanation, you know? It's not prophetic, it's not genius, it's just looking around. You know what I'm saying? There's no Venezuelan WMDs, there's no housing market, and there is no GTA 6. You're correct. You're not wrong, just early. Well, that's what it is to be a leftist. To be a leftist is to see what's going to happen 6 months early. That's all it is. But let me cheer you up. Una mattina mi sono alzato, bello ciao, bello ciao, bello ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invasor, un partigiano, portami via. Un bello ciao, bello ciao, bello ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, portami via. Che mi sento di morire. And if I die here with the resistance, goodbye love, goodbye love, goodbye love, love, love. And if I die here with the resistance, then you must bury me with them. That last part gives me the fucking chills every time. Se muoio da partigiano, bello ciao, bello ciao, bello ciao, ciao, ciao. Se muoio alla montagna, che mi sento di morir. All right. Let's find out what the rest of the breaking news is of the day. Have you done voice acting before? I have. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh shit, yo, wait. Yo, World War III might actually be about to start. I'm not even fucking joking. I know I do this shit a lot. I know I'm like facetious sometimes, but I actually think World War III might start in the next couple of months. I'm not even fucking kidding. China holds military drills around Taiwan as a warning to separatist forces. This just means American forces. That's what that means. This literally just means American forces. Who do you think fucking defends Taiwan? So China's getting ready to fight America. Trump just invaded Venezuela. Iran declared war on us, Israel and Europe. Netanyahu's meeting with Trump in the White House right now. Right now. Hi, Beans. Hold on. I'm thinking. This might be the resource war. This might be the resource war. This might be the resource war. It's not as bad as you think. It's Iran being Iran. Iran didn't do anything. They're just building up their fucking weaponry, preparing for the inevitable attack that they're going to receive from Israel and the United States. This is the fucking resource war. Wow. Huh. I thought I would live through global thermonuclear war and the resource war would happen way after, but it seems like I'm actually going to have to live through the resource war and global thermonuclear war will happen after that. Shit. Somehow I've got to blame Charlie Kirk for this. Israel recently bombed them because of their uranium stores, yeah? I mean, that's why we bombed them. We bombed them because we claimed that they were 2 days from making a nuclear weapon. Excuse me. It's bad. It's bad shit, gang. What else we got? What is this? So this is a combination of Middle Eastern nations, Jordan, Egypt, Algeria, Djibouti, also African nations. Unequivocal rejection of Israel's recognition of the Somaliland region, the Federal Republic of Somalia, serious repercussions, condemnation of such recognition, full support of the sovereignty of the Federal Republic of Somalia. Oh my God, we're invading Somalia too? Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God. So they want to send the Palestinians to fucking Somalia? Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Oh no no no. Oh no 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 no. This is not good, gang. This ain't too good. Yeah, no new wars president starts fucking World War III.
In your conversation with President Putin, did you discuss what responsibility Russia will have for any kind of reconstruction of Ukraine post an agreement?
I did. They're going to be helping. Russia's going to be helping. Russia wants to see Ukraine succeed.
That's insane. That is an insane thing to say. Russia wants to see Ukraine succeed. Bro, they've been murdering them in mass. Yeah, the caption is real.
It sounds a little strange, but I was explaining to the president, President Putin was very generous in his feeling toward Ukraine succeeding, including supplying energy, electricity, and other things at very low prices. So a lot of good things came out of that call today. But they were in the works for 2 weeks with Steve and with Jared and Marco and everybody.
That's insane. That's insane.
In 28 days, first day in 28 days, these people are sick. That's why I've taken more physicals, because I think you have an obligation to, report.
Shut the fuck up, you fat, demented, bumbling dipshit.
Everybody. Steve and with Jared and Marco and everybody.
Did Russia agree, or did Putin agree to a ceasefire?
Chatter just said, do you have a fallout shelter? Bro, I live in an apartment. No.
To allow a referendum to take
Not place? A ceasefire. And that's one of the points that we're working on right now. No, not a ceasefire. He feels that, look, they're fighting and to stop, and then if they have to start again, which is a possibility, he doesn't want to be in that position. I understand that position. The president feels strongly about that, or some.
Chatter just said, "Are you a billionaire?" No. Are you fucking out of your mind, bro?
But I think we're finding ways that we can get around that. But I understand President Putin from that standpoint. You have to understand the other side. And, I'm on the side of peace. I'm on the side of stopping the war. So, but I think that's
Luigi.
That's a problem that's going to get solved. Yeah.
Would people who live outside of Ukrainians who fled during the war be? So, in your conversation with.
And we'll continue the negotiation. Pretty complex, but not that complex.
Do you need a New Year's Day deadline?
I don't have deadlines. You know what my deadline is? Getting the war in. We don't have deadlines. You agree with that?
In the readout from Moscow, they talked about the creation of some working groups. That would be set. Can you tell us about what those working groups would entail? And also, if you wouldn't mind, what is the message that you will give to Putin when you speak to him after your meeting?
So the working group is going to be composed of Steve.
Hold on, Luigi's crying. Luigi, what's wrong? Beanie. Come on, Wayne. Come on, Luigi.
Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner, General Raisin Kane, Marco Rubio, and a few other people that we're going to be putting onto it. I think Pete Hegseth should be in that working group. He knows the territory very well. He's been fantastic at what he's doing.
You want Pete Hegseth in the working group for what we're supposed to do with Ukraine and Russia? He's a raging alcoholic war criminal mass murderer. That's literally, that's not even a joke. None of that is an exaggeration. Pete Hegseth is a raging alcoholic, a war criminal, and a mass murderer. He has murdered over 100 people. That's none of that is a joke. He did say General Raising Cane. That is a real guy.
And they may add 1 or 2 people, and likewise, Ukraine's going to have...
Yes, Iran declared war on America. I can confirm it here. Iran declares total war on the United States, Israel, and Europe as the Islamic Republic seeks to expand its nuclear capabilities.
Some very good people that were at lunch today that enjoyed the lunch today a lot, more than they thought, right? But do you want to say who may be on your working group?
That's fucking brutal. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. I think Beans is hunting Luigi. Come on. Come here. Luigi. All right, sorry about that, guys. It's not easy with a cat and a dog. They're constantly conflicting. They're constantly at odds. It's like Iran and Israel, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy.
In the readout from Moscow, they talked about the creation of some working groups that would be set. Can you tell us about what those working groups would entail? And also, if you wouldn't mind, what is the message that you will give to Putin when you speak to him after your meeting?
So the working group is going to be composed of Steve.
All right, we just watched that. All right, let's get a couple of... First of all, I want to check out Kyle. Let me check out Kyle. Luigi, what is the issue? I gave you shredded cheese. I put up the gate. Beans can't touch you. What's the problem? Nothing? Alright, I don't know why the fuck she's crying. Shit, dude. Kyle hasn't covered this yet. I guess I do have to cover it before him. Kyle hasn't even covered this yet. Alright. Let's get some shit together, because we gotta warn the people. If Kyle's too busy, I will fucking carry the flame. Why do I carry the flame? It's because of who we are. And chat, if we carry the flame, what does that make us? We gotta carry the flame, gang. We gotta carry the flame. We gotta carry the flame. We gotta carry the flame. Hold on. We gotta carry the flame. Listen, Kyle. If you're too busy hanging out with the family and you can't cover the beginning of World War III, pass me the torch. I will carry the flame. For who are we?
We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We'll fight for the gospel. We'll honor his name. We are Charlie Kirk. His courage our own. Together unbroken, we'll make heaven known.
We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. Bro, I'm gonna be blasting that shit in my helos. We're gonna be in a helo or in an M1 Abrams tank just making our way through fucking Iran, and you're just gonna hear that shit bellowing from the fucking tank. Is there a legit reason for war? No. We just want their oil. That's it. We just want their oil. That's it. I did get copyrighted for this once before. That's why I'm not playing the whole fucking song. I can play like 5 seconds of it. I need somebody to remake Fortunate Son, but about not being an Epstein class. I ain't no Epstein class. It ain't me. It ain't me. I ain't no Epstein class. Some folks are born to wave the flag. Oh, the white and blue. Israel's flag. Some folks are born, silver spoon in hand. Oh, pull the cannon at you. It ain't me. It ain't me. I ain't no senator's son. It ain't me. It ain't me. I ain't no fortunate son. Howdy, folks. You ready for combat? Are you geeked up and ready to go to war? Or are you geeked up and ready to fuck? What a joke. What a joke. All right, we're gonna need a... I mean, fuck, dude. How the fuck am I supposed to even cover this? This is horrid. This is horrid. You know? Fucking... What do you do? What do you do in this situation? Can you give me a sec? Can you give me a sec? Alan, we are so fucked. Oh, Iran declared war on the United States? Okay. Can you give me a sec? Alan, we are so fucked. China will never make landfall on us. Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing that I know. I actually know this. This isn't like prediction. You can't invade the United States of America, and even if you could, it is a waste of time. You do not have to invade the United States of America. America is so divided already that all you have to do is cut the power. Okay? We got satellites. You knock out all of our fucking satellites. Why do you think Trump created Space Force? You knock out our satellites, we will kill ourselves in about 2 months. We will destroy this nation all by ourselves, okay? And then you would make landfall. But you would be invading a husk of a nation. There would be no military even at the coasts to stop you. But no, verbatim, if you wanted to destroy the United States of America, all you would have to do is knock out our satellites. We'll take care of the rest. That is reality. We have a lot of guns, I know, and we'll use them on each other. Let me ask you something, guys. Okay, no, let me tell you something. I know there's plenty of people in this chat who have kids, and they might seem like real nice people, and they are real nice people. But you have no fucking idea what a parent turns into when their child is hungry and there's no food at the supermarket. Those loving neighbors you have, that loving father of four will skin you to feed his child. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? They will eat you. That's not even a fucking joke. They'll fucking eat you. The scariest motherfuckers during an invasion are the parents. Not the children, not the soldiers, the parents. Wait until you see it. See what? What a man can do to another man. That's the most real fucking line in all of Fury. Shit movie. One of the most real lines in the whole fucking movie. No, there ain't gonna be no draft. There ain't gonna be no draft. I'll tell you this much, guys. If there ever was a draft, it means we already lost, okay? For them to need you, the untrained, unequipped young man, young woman, means that we blew through the first wave, we blew through the reserves, we blew through the fucking, the Coast Guard, we blew through the National Guard. You would have to blow through everything before the draft. Oh, jeez. All right. Can you even prepare for something like this? No. No. What do you think? You think our fucking boys who died in the Battle of the Bulge prepared for it? They didn't even have winter clothes. That's how the Germans knew it was over, when all they had left to fight was the kids and old men. Yeah, no, people forget the Battle of Berlin. When the Soviets were invading Berlin, there were 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds. The Hitler Youth were manning the machine guns. Little girls, little boys, man. Elderly women, elderly men. It was down to the last fucking German. Correction, it's not just the parents, it's also the stressed out older siblings. In my eyes, it's a version of a parent. You know, I know that your sibling is not your parent, but I mean, in a disaster situation, they adopt that mindset. All right. Let's start. I gotta find something. Hold on. I gotta find some stuff on Twitter. Actually, I wanna lower your stress level for a second. I want to lower your stress levels for just by giving you one funny moment here. I'm sure you guys all know who Clavicular is. Clav, 19-year-old looks-maxing fascist kid, loves to say the N-word, whatnot. For some reason, Michael Knowles interviewed this kid, and he straight up called J.D. Vance subhuman, and it's so fucking funny.
I mean, like, this next election cycle, who's going to win? It's going to be Gavin Newsom against J.D. Vance, because J.D. Vance is subhuman and Gavin Newsom mugs.
Dude, the kids are not all right. The kids are not all right. The state of politics for young men is, well, J.D. Vance is subhuman and Gavin Newsom mogs. We're fucked. We're so fucked.
Going to be Gavin Newsom against J.D. Vance, because J.D. Vance is subhuman and Gavin Newsom mugs.
J.D. Vance is subhuman?
I fucking hate Michael Knowles, but his reaction is so legit here. That's like a raw, real reaction. He couldn't believe what he fucking heard.
J.D. Vance is subhuman?
That needs to be a fucking audio on TikTok. This right here.
J.D. Vance is subhuman?
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
He's got a very short total facial width to height ratio. He's obese, very recessed side profile, whereas Newsom is like 6'3" Chad.
So, oh my God. By the way, this all goes back to white supremacy. You want to know why he's calling Gavin Newsom Chad? I'll show you why. You want to know why he's calling Gavin Newsom Chad? And J.D. Vance subhuman? I'll show you right now. This is why. This is why the looks-maxers, the fascists, the groypers say J.D. Vance is subhuman and Gavin Newsom mogs. Let me show you. Here's a picture of J.D. Vance with his family. Please mark out the fucking, the Prime Minister of India here. But this is J.D. Vance and his family. Okay? And this is Gavin Newsom and his family. Is there anything in particular you could notice for why these fascist alt-right people would unironically be supporting a Democrat like Gavin Newsom instead of a conservative like J.D. Vance? Why would they be doing that? Why would they choose a Democrat? Let's think. I don't know, maybe because even the fucking dog is white? Maybe because even the fucking dog is white? Maybe because this is the most Aryan photo I've ever fucking seen? Maybe because if I put this photo in black and white and change their outfits, you would think it was a photo from Nazi Germany? And then again, here's a picture of J.D. Vance and his family. Now, here's the thing. I don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck here. I don't care about race mixing. I don't care about having brown kids. In fact, I honestly think that's that's the whole human experience, is to kind of be mixing your races and mixing your cultures and mixing your cuisines and, you know, creating a more blended humanity. But in the eyes of a white supremacist, his Democrat politics can be put to the side as long as you embrace the white Christianness of them. You see that? That is why they are flocking to Gavin Newsom. It has nothing to do with politics, and it has everything to do with aesthetics. Aesthetics is one of the most important elements of fascism. You need aesthetics in order to convince the masses that you are on the right side of history. When you go back and you look at some of the footage of the Nuremberg rally, right? Like when the Nazis had their big fucking rally in Germany. You see, you go, oh, well, all the Nazis are wearing Hugo Boss uniforms, and they're perfectly tucked in, and they're goose-stepping in perfect synchronicity, and there's torches every 10 feet, golden torches with a swastika in between each one, perfectly balanced. Everyone's moving in perfect harmony. They're Sieg Heiling at the right, like, you need aesthetics, because then the run-of-the-mill German who might be new to this, he comes in, he sees what's going on, he sees how organized everybody is, how good-looking everybody is, how everybody's clean cut, you know, and they go, well, obviously these people are on the right side of history, because what is the first step of making a better world? It's self-improvement, right? The first step, you can't, people aren't going to trust you to be a leader if you can't take care of yourself. If you're, you know, dirty and gross and like, look at why Karl Marx is so shitted on. People shit on him because he's fucking disgusting, right? The average run-of-the-mill German goes to the rally, sees what's going on, goes, wow, I guess they are on the right side, because look how organized everybody is. Look how they're taking care of themselves, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, it's all propaganda. It's all hand-selected individuals. Like, that's the point. And, you know, modern fascism is just as reliant on aesthetics as historical fascism. And part of that aesthetic is to not have a brown kid named Vivek. That's part of the aesthetic, you know? Das heißt Erika. Erika! 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 How have I never put the pieces together? Brother, mark my fucking words. When J.D. Vance leaves his wife for Erica Kirk and they merge together, there's gonna be motherfuckers out there marching to Erica in modern day when she's the first lady. Und das heißt Erika. And it's gonna be Erica fucking Kirk. Oh my God. How have I never put that shit together? How have I never put that shit together? Spelled exactly the same, Erica with a K. Und das heißt Erika. Wow. Take your lithium, Chris. Brother, I abandoned my SSRIs fucking years ago, and I have flourished ever since. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. This is creepy. You're telling me. You're telling me. All right. I still need to go to, I still need to get this figured out here.
Cases out there where the Democrats and the media say, oh, this person was just an innocent father of three, and then you find out, for example, I think this is the case that you're talking about. Back in 2019, an immigration judge looked at all the evidence, looked at all the data, and concluded that this allegedly innocent person that we sent to El Salvador was actually a member of an MS-13 gang. He had also committed some traffic violations.
All right, what is this?
Was it a good lunch? Yes, sir. There's no lunch. He walked in, he said, this place is gorgeous. I don't think he wants to go to the White House anymore. That's the problem.
I'm ready to go to the White House.
I know. It is. The White House is a very special place, and so is this.
Trump fucking hates the White House. Trump fucking hates the White House. That's why he's remodeling the Epstein Memorial Ballroom to look like Mar-a-Lago. He fucking hates the White House, bro.
I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Thank
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Vicular's appearance on Michael Knowles, I think he did a great job. And they're all really upset that he said J.D. Vance is subhuman. Because he is. J.D. Vance is subhuman. He has a recessed maxilla. He's sub 5. He's married to a G. His wife literally...
Wait a minute, Sneeko. Wait a minute, Sneeko. Wait a minute. I'm pretty sure you're not fucking white. I'm pretty sure you're not fucking white, Sneeko. Do you think you're gonna be spared? Are you fucking out of your mind, bro? I know you were born in New York, but you ain't fucking white, dog. You're on the wrong team.
He eats shit. It's disgusting. He's fat. He's overweight. His kids have poop DNA. I'm not...
Oh my god, dude. This is some of the most racist shit I ever heard.
Voting for him simply because J.D. Vance, he's connected to Palantir. Probably got raped by Peter Thiel. Complete subhuman.
Subhuman. Yo, I need to be totally honest with you guys. If you watch Sneeko, I think you're retarded. I cancel me. I don't care. But like, if that's where you get your political takes, there's something inherently wrong with you. This is fucking delusional. This is fucking delusional.
Simply because J.D. Vance, he's connected to Palantir. Probably got raped by Peter Thiel. Complete subhuman. Gavin Newsom, total Chad. He's got an Aryan Caucasian wife. Does not have a recession.
He said it. He fucking said it.
Subhuman. Gavin Newsom, total Chad. He's got an Aryan
wife.
Caucasian wife.
That's supposed to be the quiet part. That's the quiet part. This is why I've been telling you guys, they used to piss on our face and tell us it's raining. But now they're pissing on our face and telling us it's pissing. They're going, yeah, no, she's Aryan, we are Nazis. He's married to an Indian. That's poop DNA. That's the state of the right wing, bro. And I've been saying for a very long time, you are not against Republicans. You are up against Nazis. None of this is a Republican value. There's no Republican values here. There's no limited government. No, they want extremely large government, overbearing government that will bring about a white nation. Clickbait, you cocksucker. Clickbait. Oh my God. We're living through the death of truth. We're living through the fucking death of truth. Media literacy is gone. Media literacy is dead. Dead. Motherfuckers in this chat going fake news, clickbait. Okay, it'll be clickbait when you fucking get sent to Iran too. It'll be clickbait. You gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh my God. Like, guys, do you think I do this shit because I want to scare you? I do this shit because I want to warn you, because nobody the fuck else is. Even fucking Aaron Parnas isn't warning you. Zionist cuck. Nobody's, and I'm sitting here at the top of the fucking tower, ringing every fucking alarm bell, and you dumb motherfuckers are down on the ground going, look at him, he's ringing the alarm bell for no reason. I'm Chicken Little. I'm Chicken Little. I'm Chicken Little. The sky's falling. I'm Chicken motherfucking Little. Alhamdulillah. 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 Am I in danger as a European? Of course you're a fucking European. You're always in danger. Are you out of your mind? Candy the Brave goes, okay, I'm unsubscribing. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, chud. You fucking dipshit. All right, we gotta get some more put together. We gotta get some more put together. Can there be no speculation, though? The quote did say, in my opinion. Does that say, in my opinion? No, it says down here. My opinion, we're at total war with the United States. Yeah, you know who else's opinion that they were in total war? Adolf Hitler. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, chatter. If you know the answer, go ahead and pump it out. How many nations did Adolf Hitler declare war on? How many nations did Adolf Hitler declare war on? One. The answer is one. Which nation did he declare war on? Which nation did Adolf Hitler declare war on? Not Poland. The United States of America. In World War II, the only nation that Hitler declared war on was the United States of America. So my question to you is, was the rest of it not a war? Was the rest of it just a special military operation? Are we just going to pretend that the Soviet and German fighting was not a war? Is that what we're going to do? Is that what we're going to do? You fucking morons, bro. You're going to go, oh, there was no paper declaration of the war. There was no paperwork while you're in the fucking truck headed to Tehran. And I won't sympathize with any of you. Not a single fucking one of you. Oh, this war is worse than the one launched on us by Iraq. On close inspection, it is far more complex and difficult. You're gonna be fucking kidding me, man. Alright, I gotta start putting this shit together. Hey, I also have a question for you guys. Just because I got to know how the Gen Alpha brain works. My father spent 12 months in the Mekong Delta in Vietnam, in the army, fighting, getting shot at, watching his friends die. There was no declaration of war. Would you be willing to tell my father that he was not a combat veteran? Would you tell my father that he did not fight in a war? Is that what you would tell him? Is that what you would say? Interesting. Interesting. Oh, look, it's the Pirate King.
These tax credits are expiring.
And nearly 100 American citizens died in Ukraine on the battlefield. What's your message to their families whose loved ones died fighting for you?
Well, look, I mean, the message is so obvious. It's what a shame. They died in a foreign country. And some are celebrated people. They're very celebrated. But so sad that a thing like that would happen. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, my God. What a joke of a fucking president. What a fucking joke as a president. Oh my God.
Did you just
Look at that fucking hand. Holy shit. He's rotting. He's literally decaying. He's decaying. Look at that. He's fucking decaying. Ugh.
They're on the side of democracy, liberty, and Russia's on the side of authoritarianism and aggression.
Which side is Trump on?
Clearly, Trump is on the side of peace, and he's trying to balance these two forces, which is very, very difficult to bring these two parties together. But in balancing it, we have to understand that Russia's goal.
Could you imagine this in the 40s? An interview with FDR, and they go, well, England is on the side of democracy, and Hitler is on the side of war and invasion. Which side are you on, Mr. President Roosevelt? And he goes, I'm on the side of peace, bro. Well, you know what that is? That's unironically what our original stance was in World War I and II, which was, let's wait to see who's going to be the winner and then side with them. That is what we did. We would have sided with the Germans if the Germans were going to win, but they weren't going to fucking win. So, yeah, no, this is an absolute fucking layup of a question. Like, I don't understand how you can fuck this up.
Is to take from someone else something that's theirs. And Ukraine has to have...
You guys, I wish you were smart enough to understand that Hitler just wants to see Poland succeed.
responsibility Russia will have for any kind of reconstruction of Ukraine post an agreement?
I did. They're going to be helping. Russia's going to be helping. Russia wants to see Ukraine succeed. Once, it sounds a little strange, but I was explaining to the president, President Putin was very generous in his feeling toward Ukraine succeeding.
Yeah, no, Putin was so generous when he bombed the ever-loving fuck out of Ukraine and murdered hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians. Super generous, dude. Super generous. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that, Vlad, you fuck.
Including supplying energy, electricity, and other things at very low prices. So a lot of good things came out of that call today. But they were in the works for 2 weeks with Steve and with Jared and Marco and everybody.
All right. Let's start putting together links. We're going to start off with the... I mean, I fucking hate the New York Post. I wonder if... Well, it doesn't matter. We'll still read it. Takeaways from the Trump-Zelensky Mar-a-Lago meeting. We'll talk about that. All right, so wait, let's see. Iran declares total war on the U.S. Oh, I know what we're gonna need. Trump is meeting with Netanyahu as we speak. This is why your For You page was all fucked up yesterday on TikTok while you were seeing videos from like a couple months ago. It was twofold. They didn't want us to pay attention to the fact that Russia just bombed the ever-loving fuck out of Ukraine during this. They didn't want to talk about Israel is literally about to bomb Iran, and Iran declared war on the United States of America. So they really did fuck with the timeline. All right, so we've got this, and we're going to talk in the Trump meeting with Netanyahu. Trump met with Zelensky. I want to get some clips of that. This is bad? Oh, yeah, no, it's really bad. Oh, my God, dude. Look at this, bro. I just had a very good and productive telephone call with President Putin of Russia prior to my meeting today. He literally got his talking points. He literally has to call up Daddy Vladdy to get his fucking talking points before meeting with Zelensky because he's not allowed to have it. Like, you have to remember, Vladimir Putin has a video of Trump sucking Bill Clinton's cock, okay? And that's not the only fucking video he has. Trump cannot stand up to Putin or all of that is released. And it's the same thing with Netanyahu. Netanyahu is the same fucking videos. Mossad, FSB, CIA, they all have the same fucking videos, okay? What do you mean, Lamau? This ain't even a joke. This ain't even a joke. Trump is the throat goat. He's the first gay president of the United States of America. That's reality. Trump cannot stand up to these other world leaders because they all have videos of him doing fucked up shit, dude. That's the reality you fucking live in, bro. It's insane. Hey, Luigi. All right, we're going to need ACYN here.
And Marco and everybody.
Get that one.
So in your conversation with
You were saying that you've said multiple times.
in your conversation with
Thank you, sir.
and thanks for lunch.
I don't know. Was it a good lunch?
Yes, sir.
There's no lunch. He walked in. He said, "This place is gorgeous." I don't think he wants to go to the White House anymore. That's the problem.
I'm ready to go to the White House.
I know. It is. The White House is a very special place, and so is this. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Yeah, look, I was on the phone with him for almost, I guess, 2.5 hours. They're just telling me now. It's a long time. We discussed a lot of things. We didn't talk about the weather. We weren't talking about how.
So what do we got here? Electricity, ceasefire, people dying, long phone call. Real quick, just because there's like 1,000 people in here. Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Valenti. If you're new here, this is the Valenti VOD. This is real independent media. I have no funding. I've never talked to a sponsor or an advertiser or a government or a billionaire. So you can trust that whatever I tell you is my genuine opinion. I haven't been bought out. If you do want to support this channel financially, please do. This is entirely grassroots funded by you, the viewer. You can buy merch like the Democratic Socialist poster, the Duty Calls poster, or the, which one is this? The No But You Don't Understand mugs. You can buy that down below. You can click the thanks button down below to tip me directly. You can click the join button down below to become a member, and you can become a patron on Patreon. All right. I haven't started recording yet, but I just wanted to let you guys know. If you did want to support the channel, that is how you could do it. I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. All right. What is this?
And everybody.
Did Russia?
Nah, I already seen that one.
To him, and we'd talk about Ukraine. I've said it before. It was the apple of his eye, but he wasn't going to do anything about it. He didn't do anything about it until I was gone, and then a lot of really bad statements were made by people, by a lot of people, I guess, but by a certain president that we had who was a disaster. Yes.
He's talking about Biden there.
And we'll continue the negotiation.
There's our we don't have deadlines. All right. Iran. Oh, let's see if Trump said anything about Iran yet. Yeah, there's a little something. What is that supposed to be? Oh, that's my city. Oh, that's my city? That's my city right out there? Being nuked. Thanks. I love how motherfuckers tell me I'm a fearmonger. I love how motherfuckers tell me I'm a fearmonger. When the president of the United States is posting shit like this. He's posting shit like this. And they tell me I'm the fucking fearmonger. I don't even have the fucking words for that shit, bro. I don't even have the fucking words for that shit, bro. How do you know it's your city? That's New York City, dude. That's New York City. How can you even tell? Because it's fucking New York City. It's right there. Because it's right there. All right, we'll get that there. I gotta get King Doland again. Hold on.
Barack.
Is there anything about Iran here? Jesus Christ. What the fuck is this? All right, doesn't seem like he said anything else. We're gonna get that one queued up too. China attacks Taiwan. Oh, let's see, let's see. Is Reuters gonna make me pay for this one too? Nope, doesn't seem like it. Perfect. I hope the title is distasteful clickbait. Nope. 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 It's not. It is not. It's unfortunately not. Chris, if you need a dip, I don't dip. Red, white, and blue. These colors don't run, baby. These colors don't run. All right, we hit Venezuela. China's encircling Taiwan. We bomb Nigeria. All right, let's do it. Y'all ready? Let me fill up my coffee and then we'll get to it. How's that? Should I change shirts? Maybe I should change shirts. Let me go fill up my coffee. I'll be right back. There we go. Okay. Put the other shirt back on? No. Alrighty. I did not take a bong rip, no. All right, you guys ready to make a video? All right. Here we go. New global war just dropped. Iran declared war on the United States, Israel, and Europe. Trump bombed the Venezuelan mainland, and we are beginning the invasion. Trump bombed Nigeria and wants to continue bombing them. Russia is doing the final stages of the Ukraine war, and Trump is allowing Russia to take over the land. And he's now saying, he's like, well, actually, Russia wants what's best for Ukraine. I don't have a deadline for when peace comes, as long as it comes. China is running drills, preparing to invade Taiwan. And yeah, there's a lot to talk about. All of it bad, none of it good, but that's okay. My name is Chris Valenti, and I'm here to hold your hand and waltz you through the fucking flames. You look me in the eye, you don't look at the fire, okay? We're gonna be all right, but you need to stay informed. Now, I know a lot of motherfuckers are gonna be like, oh, Chris, you're a fearmonger. I wish I fucking was. I wish I fucking was. Before we dive in, a couple of shameless plugs. I'm Chris Valenti. This is the Valenti VOD. I'm a dirtbag leftist, and because of that, voices like mine are suppressed on the algorithms, okay? So if you want to help beat that fucking algorithm, I need you to invade the subscribe button. I need you to bomb the like button, and I need you to hit the notification bell with a tactical nuclear strike. Okay? You hit those three, it costs you nothing, helps me immensely. And then remember, this is what real independent media looks like. Some fucking douchebag in a pink polo, okay? I've never had a conversation with a sponsor, an advertiser, a billionaire, a government, or any of the shit that you are used to, people, you know, busting out an ad, shit like that. I ain't gonna do that. You could trust me. You could trust what I'm going to tell you. You could trust that ain't nobody bought my opinion. But because of that, we don't really make too much money. So if you do want to support the channel here, you can. You can buy merch like the posters or the mugs. You can click the thanks button down below to tip me directly. You can click the join button down below to become a member, and you can support the show on Patreon. Thank you very much to everybody who has ever given $1, $2, $5. It goes a long way. Other than that, I think it's time we just dive the fuck in. All right. Iran declares total war against the United States, Israel, and Europe as Islamic Republic seeks to expand nuclear capabilities. So if you've been living under a rock, let me explain something to you. Iran had been complying with the IAEA, the International Atomic Energy Association. Now, I'm pretty well involved with the IAEA. I'm a United Nations delegate for denuclearization proliferation treaties, right? I've been to the UN. I've talked with people who maintain nuclear weapons. I've talked to Native Americans who were poisoned by uranium. I've talked to Japanese people who were affected by the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. If there's one fucking thing I understand, it is nuclear bombs, which is why we need to legalize nuclear bombs. No, that's a joke. But Iran had been complying with the IAEA. Okay, Iran had American, what are they called? What the fuck are they called? Oh, fuck you. Iran had Americans who were coming in and analyzing their radiation levels and their uranium levels and their nuclear capability, and to make sure, they were regulators. They were making sure that Iran was following the fucking rules. And despite the fact that Iran was following the rules, Israel bombed them. Israel called upon Trump, and Trump said, "Yes, Daddy Bibi, I'll do whatever you want. Just don't release the files of me sucking Bill Clinton's dick and fucking kids." Oh! And then bombed Iran again, right? So we bombed Iran, they bombed Iran. We quote unquote obliterated their nuclear capabilities. We did not, right? So Iran was complying with the IAEA the entire fucking time, and we still bombed them, okay? So now, ever since, they've been going, we need a nuclear weapon. Now we actually need a nuclear weapon. And why is that? Well, think about it. What nations do we fuck with? The Western world and Israel. We fuck with Lebanon, Yemen, Somalia, Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, now Iran, right? None of these weapons have nuclear weapons. None of these nations have nuclear weapons. What nations do we not fuck with? Russia, China, North Korea. Well, why don't we fuck with them? It's because they got nuclear bombs. So Iran goes, well, if they're going to bomb us, even though we're complying with the IAEA, why the fuck are we complying with the IAEA when we can get a nuke, hold up the nuke and say, hey, look what we got. Look what we got. You bomb us, you make us burn, you burn too, motherfucker. We'll all go down together. That is what a nuclear weapon is for. A nuclear weapon is to prevent intervention in your nation lest you kill everybody. You know, you say, well, fuck you. If I can't have this nation, nobody fucking can. That is what nuclear weapons are, okay? So Iran would be insane to not develop a nuclear weapon after the previous strikes. It's the only fucking defense mechanism they have. Now, again, I'm in the denuclearization proliferation treaties. I think that no nation should have nuclear bombs. I think that they're A, too deadly, and B, they're useless. Let me ask you something. When have we ever deployed a nuclear weapon in combat? In combat? Never. Never. I know some of you are going to say Hiroshima and Nagasaki. That wasn't combat. We purposefully chose civilian areas. That wasn't in combat. A nuclear weapon has never been deployed in combat because they're fucking useless. Wars are fought for reasons, whether it be imperialism because you want the land, or resources because you want the minerals. There is a reason. If you use a nuclear weapon on your enemy, not only is the blast probably going to wipe out half of your fucking army, but you've rendered the land useless, obsolete. The minerals are poisoned now. There's no... It's over. And not to mention the fucking domino effect that once the world detects that a nuclear weapon has been detonated, everybody who has one is going to get theirs erect and ready to go. No diddy. But that's reality, right? So I believe that nobody should have a nuclear weapon because right now everybody has them and nobody's used them, which means that one day they're all going to be fucking used. Not to mention the constant maintenance that they need. You know, like you need constant maintenance on a nuclear weapon or else it'll start to leak radiation or they'll go off on their own. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I've been going on a little bit of a rant here. Let's go in here. All right. Iran's president declared his nation was in total war with the U.S. One thing I want to point out is that the president of Iran does not have... Oh, sorry, I didn't swap it. Iran's president declared his nation was in total war with the U.S. But one thing I want to point out is that the president of Iran does not have as much pull as the Ayatollah, right? Their religious leader. And this is because Iran is a theocratic nation, much like Israel. Israel and Iran are the same thing, except Iran is a Muslim theocratic nation, and Israel is a Jewish theocratic nation. Their government's laws are inherently tied to their religious values, right? Which is, here's the thing, I'm an American. Americans are secular. We believe in a separation of church and state, or at least we did until, the fucking Fuhrer came in. But I don't respect or support any nation that is theocratic, especially an ethno-state, and especially one that's practicing an apartheid like fucking Israel, right? But this guy does not have as much pull as the Ayatollah, to be totally honest with you. Iran's president declared his nation was in total war with the US, Israel, and Europe, just as Tehran looks to rebuild its nuclear capabilities and strengthen ties with Hamas. Masoud Pezeshkian made the bold statement in an interview published in state media Saturday, Barron's reported. In my opinion, we are at total war with the United States, Israel, and Europe. They want to bring our country to its knees. This war is worse than the one launched against us by Iraq. On close inspection, it is far more complex and difficult, he said in reference to the 1980 to 88 war with Iran's western neighbor. The claim comes amid UN sanctions on Iran, orchestrated by France, Britain, and Germany due to the regime's continued pursuit of nuclear weapons. You know what I love about this is, like, we're like, yeah, you can't have nuclear weapons, man, you can't have nuclear weapons. Meanwhile, you should look up how many nuclear weapons Israel has. You won't get an answer, because Israel operates with something called nuclear ambiguity. They have never disclosed whether or not they have nuclear weapons. They might have 0. They don't have 0. They might have 0. They might have 1,000. They might have 50. Who knows? But Israel doesn't feel like they are beholden to the same rules as every other nation. They feel like they don't have to tell us that because they genuinely believe they are superior to all people. That's what ethno-states are. They believe that they are superior to everybody else. It is a inherently white supremacist, or I guess Jewish supremacist organization. It also follows the 12-day war with Israel in June. I love that we call it the 12-day war. Meanwhile, this war never fucking stopped. It also follows the 12-day war with Israel in June, when the Jewish state stop calling it that. When Israel, sorry, I'm going to rephrase this. It follows the 12-day war with Israel in June, when the Zionist state obliterated much of the Islamic Republic's nuclear capabilities with the assistance of devastating U.S. airstrikes. Dude, this is so biased. We didn't destroy any of their nuclear capability, like any at all. As tensions between the Middle Eastern rivals ramp up, a Tehran-backed candidate is also likely to win a major election to a leading role with Hamas. Khalil al-Hayya, a Palestinian politician, is expected to beat Hamas chief Khaled Mashal in an election for the head of the group's political bureau, which could be decided in the coming days, sources told Saudi Arabian outlet Asharq. I believe this is, what is this, Hezbollah? I know that, is that Hamas? Maybe it is. Excuse me. Al-Hayya is considered close to Iran, according to those same sources, who told the outlet he would have a clearly adversarial stance toward Israel, as a tenuous Gaza peace deal hangs in the balance. There is no Gaza peace deal. It's not real. Jared Kushner just announced the $120 billion operation to turn Gaza into Trump Gaza. This is real. You should look this up. The Trump Gaza #1. Trump Gaza #1. Peace and love for everyone. That was real. They were never joking about that. Jared Kushner is now in charge of the Gaza rebuilding operation, where they're creating an AI city. This is not a joke. The entire government will be autonomous. The Palestinians will be forced to live in refugee camps while white people from all over Israel are funneled in. They're going to be building beachfront properties, Trump hotels, casinos. That is the entire point. Okay. Now, again, if you disagree with me, you're wrong and stupid. You can do this research on your own. I'm not lying to you. I'm telling you an irrefutable fucking fact. All right. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Satan is planning to travel on Monday, which is today, to Mar-a-Lago, where he's expected to pitch President Trump on a plan to launch new strikes against Tehran. Now, again, the reason why Donald Trump will always do what Israel says is because Mossad, through Jeffrey Epstein, gathered blackmail on Donald Trump. They have videos of him sucking Bill Clinton's dick and fucking children because he's a sex trafficking pedophile, right? He's also gay. So Israel can get whatever they want, and so can Putin. Russia has the exact same thing. Don't fool yourself into thinking that Jeffrey Epstein was strictly a Mossad agent. He was not. He was in the business of blackmail, no matter who wanted it. It could be the FSB, it could be the CIA, it could be Mossad, it could be the fucking KGB. It did not matter. He gathered blackmail on world leaders and would sell that shit. That's the whole fucking point. Thank you for becoming a member for 7 months. Israeli sources, so lies claim that the Islamic Republic is repairing its air defense system and rebuilding its ballistic missile program, both of which were destroyed by airstrikes during the war. That is, again, not true. They were not destroyed. The Iranians moved their stuff. None of this is true, by the way, okay? The Florida powwow also is believed to be crucial to the Gaza deal, with top White House aides believing that Netanyahu is sabotaging the... No shit, Sherlock. Dude, like, I hope you understand that we here, like, if you're in this chat, you're unironically smarter than 90% of the American population. Just being here. Just fucking being here makes you smarter than 90% of the population. I'm not even fucking kidding. And it's not because I'm a genius. That has nothing to do with it. What it has to do with is the fact that you are aware, you are capable of critical thinking and logic and reasoning and looking at the writing on the wall and going, that's fucked up. When everybody else plugs their ears and goes, la 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 la, no it's not, there was no declaration of war, there was no paperwork, ah! Like fucking inbred dipshits. Anyway, let's talk about the meeting. Trump to meet with Netanyahu and Mar-a-Lago on the second day of key U.S. diplomacy. This was updated at 11:37, so this is updated less than an hour ago. So what do we got here? Come on, play the fucking video, you dumb piece of shit. Refresh. All right, it might not play the video. Netanyahu meeting. President Donald Trump will host Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at his Mar-a-Lago resort.
President Trump and the Israeli Prime Minister, they're expected to discuss the next phase of the Gaza ceasefire plan in the coming hours.
There is no Gaza ceasefire plan. There is no Gaza ceasefire plan. There is no Gaza ceasefire plan. We are allowing Israel to finish the genocide. There is no fucking ceasefire.
Benjamin Netanyahu, you see his plane here, arriving in West Palm Beach, Florida on Sunday ahead of Monday's meeting at Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort. On the agenda, the disarmament of Hamas, rebuilding Gaza, the establishment of post-war governance in the enclave, and the creation of a board of peace that's supposed to be led by President Trump.
Can't make this shit up.
He's been urging both Israel and Hamas to work towards phase 2 of his peace plan, but both sides continue to accuse each other of violating the deal. Earlier, CNN spoke with former State Department Middle East negotiator Aaron David Miller about what's at stake during Monday's meeting.
I think both of these guys don't trust one another. I'm not even sure they like one another, but the reality is they need one another.
That is the worst fucking hair I've ever seen in my life. That shit is the worst toupee. Brother, just fucking bite the bullet. Take the toupee off and be bald. You look fucking insane, dude. You look fucking insane. Holy shit.
Trump needs Netanyahu to avoid his much-touted 28-point plan in Gaza from cratering. And Netanyahu desperately needs the President of the United States in order to manage growing calls for his resignation and the prospects in 2026 of an election to which he'd like to become Prime Minister again. And
he will. Just so you guys understand, Netanyahu is not actually a president. He's a dictator. He's been the president of Israel for 22 years. It's the only democracy in the Middle East. And he's been the president for 22 years. He's not a president. He's a dictator. And he will win the 2026 election because they rig all of the elections. Okay? Like, the whole idea of, like, a permanent president, we are taking from Israel and bringing here. Trump will not be the perma president. J.D. Vance will end up being the president, but he will probably end up being the perma president for, like, 30 fucking years unless we have some real resistance.
Is more popular in Israel than Netanyahu. So again, mutual need creates a certain amount of dependency. This may not be a great meeting, but it's not going to crater. May push the ball forward a tad on Gaza.
It's not going to push the ball forward. There's not going to be a ceasefire. Like, you know what? I've been coming to terms with the older I get is that, like, these people who you see on the news, like these old heads, and it says like former negotiator, whatever, they're dumb as fuck. They were never qualified for their position in the first place. They're fucking idiots. And people like me, independent journalists, I'm not a fucking journalist, but independent media, we are smarter than these people. I'm 100% confident I could create a better ceasefire deal. 100%. Or I'd be like, no, Hamas is not going to disarm, because if they disarm, you're not going to fucking stop bombing them. What is going to happen is, Netanyahu, you are fucking arrested. You're going to prison for life. The entire Knesset, you're all fucking going to prison for life. We're gonna plant the American flag in Tel Aviv. It's going to become part of fucking America until we can establish a two-state solution where the Palestinians and the Jews and the Christians can all survive peacefully. Like, none of this shit is going to come with disarmament. That's not what's going to happen here. Okay? I'm confident that I could create a better fucking ceasefire deal than these dumb pieces of shit. Netanyahu. President Trump will host Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida today as he doubles down on big foreign policy bets in the end-of-a-year flurry. Netanyahu is expected to press Trump on taking more aggressive action against Israel's enemies. This means Iran. But the U.S. president has grown wary of some Israeli actions. So Israel is preparing to bomb Iran again. That will end up rendering the oil flow of the Middle East obsolete, next to impossible to get through the Strait of Hormuz. The Iranians will probably annex the Strait of Hormuz, and this ties into the reason why we are invading Venezuela and harvesting their oil. It's because the oil flow from the Middle East is not going to be reliable for much longer. All right, so meanwhile, sorry, I have another burp coming. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Meanwhile, yesterday, the Fuhrer met with Zelensky to talk about Russia and Ukraine. And he had a 2-hour call with Putin before the meeting so that he could get his talking points, because, as you know, Donald Trump is not allowed to step up to Putin. Putin has blackmail evidence of him doing insanely fucked up shit. So Trump is a baby back bitch for the Russian dictator. And he had a 2-hour call with Putin before he came on here and essentially cucked himself on live television. I got a whole bunch of videos for it. They're all pitiful. They're all embarrassing. So let me show you this. Thanks for $10, man.
And I'm tremendously grateful for the work that you're doing to stop drug trafficking in our region. As you probably heard, drug trafficking by sea is down 96%. Think of that, 96. Now we're going after the land. The land is actually easier.
All right, I don't know what the rest of this shit is. It's fucking stupid. President Trump met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at Mar-a-Lago on Sunday as negotiations on ending Russia's war in the Eastern European nation continue. Upon greeting Zelensky at the entrance to the club, Trump projected optimism, telling reporters that the sides, quote, have the makings of a deal to end the war. After their meeting, Zelensky and Trump sat at a joint press conference that progress was made on a 20-point peace proposal. I thought it was 28. Jesus Christ. 20-point peace proposal backed by the Ukrainian leader, but both noted that more work is needed to end the conflict. Our meeting was excellent. We covered, somebody would say 95%, I don't know what percent, but we have made a lot of progress on ending the war, Trump said during the press conference. Yeah, no, great fucking presidential quote, you bumbling dipshit. Here are 3 takeaways from the meeting. Zelensky, negotiators agreed to 90% of the 20-point peace plan. Well, that doesn't fucking matter because Russia does not agree to any of them. Trump says land is a major striking point for peace. Now, this is real. Donald Trump said that Russia will take 80% of Ukraine. Ukraine will be left with 20% of their land. All of their minerals will go to Russia. Russia will install their own governance on this 80% of Ukraine, where it will technically be Ukraine, but it will be Russian-controlled, a Russian government in control of the Ukrainian people. We're talking about Luhansk. We're talking about Donetsk. We're talking about the Zaporizhia regions. We're talking about Kherson. We're talking about, well, they already have Crimea, but all of these areas that have lithium and cobalt and natural gas, essentially fuel for the war machine, Russia is taking that. They're going to take that land and use it as a springboard for their future invasion of the rest of Ukraine and the surrounding areas, okay? Because please don't fool yourself into thinking that all Putin wants is Ukraine. He doesn't. Putin does not want to rebuild the Soviet Union. He wants to rebuild the Russian Empire. He wants to be a czar. He wants to conquer the entirety of Europe. And that is why these 3 men work so well together. Donald Trump, Benjamin Netanyahu, and Vladimir Putin. Donald Trump believes that the Monroe Doctrine and the people around him, the fascist dog people around him, Donald Trump believes that Manifest Destiny and the Monroe Doctrine entitle the United States of America to not just the U.S., but also the entirety of both Americas, all of Canada and all of South America, right? That's our Manifest Destiny. He wants to conquer every single South American country, starting with Venezuela, moving into Colombia, Mexico, every single one. At the same time, in the Middle East, Netanyahu wants to create greater conquer Israel. He wants to conquer all of Palestine, Jordan, Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, parts of Yemen, not Somalia, parts of Yemen and Lebanon, right? So that's an expansion in America, an expansion in the Middle East, and then finally, Vladimir Putin, he wants to expand and take over all of Europe, right? So these three men have the same dream, which is global domination split between three dictators. That is, yeah, it's a new world order, if you will. It's a new world order. That is the whole point, okay? Let's keep on reading. Future negotiations to take place. All right, who gives a shit about that? Now, I want to show you some clips of Trump from this meeting because they're all fucking pathetic. He's literally a fat, bumbling, decaying orange fascist.
Yeah. So, in your conversation with President Putin, did you discuss what responsibility Russia...
So, wait, before we even watch this, he had do I have this post? I think I got two. Maybe I don't. Trump said it was like, I just had a 2-hour-long phone call with Putin. One thing I do want to show you before we move on, actually, is this. So Trump posted this. This is on his Truth Social account. It's literally a depiction of New York City being fucking nuked. That's what our president is. My city getting fucking nuked. And then there's all this bullshit about Obama funding the Iranian nuclear program, which is not true at all. All Obama did was make sure that the Iranians were complying with the IAEA. He invited them into the IAEA, which was unironically preventing a nuclear war, but none of that shit matters to Donald Trump. So anyway, let's listen. Let's listen. This is about Ukraine.
Yeah. So in your conversation with President Putin, did you discuss what responsibility Russia will have for any kind of reconstruction of Ukraine post an agreement?
I did. They're going to be helping. Russia's going to be helping. Russia wants to see Ukraine succeed.
Oh, Russia wants to see Ukraine succeed. I guess Hitler wanted to see Poland succeed. Yeah, no, Putin definitely wants to see Ukraine succeed. That's why he murdered hundreds of thousands of them. Yeah, that makes total sense. That's why he bombed all of their fucking cities. Yeah, no. He just wants to see them succeed.
They're going to be helping. Russia's going to be helping. Russia wants to see Ukraine succeed. Once, it sounds a little strange, but I was explaining to the president, President Putin was very generous in his feeling toward Ukraine.
Oh, so generous of him to bomb the ever-loving fuck out of Kyiv.
Succeeding, including supplying energy, electricity, and other things at very low prices. So a lot of good things came out of that call today. But they were in the works for 2 weeks with Steve and with Jared and Marco and everybody.
I love how we just pretend like it's totally normal that the president's son-in-law, that's his daughter's husband. That's Ivanka's daughter, Jared Kushner. He's saying, oh, well, Jared Kushner, he's been negotiating. That's your son-in-law. He has no fucking experience negotiating warfare, ceasefires. Are you out of your fucking mind? He's some skinny little fucking idiot, dude. Why? Just because he's a goddamn billionaire, you try... This is literally the it's like an insane asylum where the psychos are ruling the psychos. Like the insane people are running the insane asylum. It's a fucking it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. We got more here.
Even with Jared and Marco and everybody.
Did Russia agree, or did Putin agree to a ceasefire to allow a referendum to take?
Not a ceasefire.
You can't have a negotiation without a ceasefire, you stupid, dumb fuck. You fucking idiot. Oh my God, a ceasefire is a temporary halt to a conflict, to allow negotiators to meet and come up with a resolution, a peace deal. A ceasefire is a requirement. There was a ceasefire at 11:11 a.m. on November 11th, 1918, I believe. It was stupid. 11/11/11/11. It's stupid. But there was a ceasefire during World War I, right? And an armistice, if you will. And that is when they came up with the peace negotiations. But people still died in the time period after that. There's a lot of people who died in between the ceasefire that paused World War I and the actual end of the war. It's not, you need it.
And that's one of the...
To a ceasefire to allow a referendum to take...
Not a ceasefire. And that's one of the points that we're working on right now. No, not a ceasefire. He feels that, look, you know, they're fighting and to stop, and then if they have to start again, which is a possibility, he doesn't want to be in that position. I understand that position.
Oh my God, dude. He gives so much wiggle room to Putin. He gives so much wiggle room.
The president feel strongly about that or something. But I think.
What the fuck do the president feel strongly about that or something? I don't know. Dude, we have a fucking moron as the president. And again, I know I say this a lot, but I have to say this again. If you support Donald Trump, you are subhuman. You are fucking worthless.
Finding ways that we can get around that. But I understand President Putin from that standpoint. You know, you have to understand the other side. And, you know, I'm on the side of peace. I'm on the side of stopping the war.
Dude, oh my God, he can't even say that he's on Ukraine's side. Could you imagine interviewing FDR during World War II and going, Mr. President, which side are you on? Are you on the side of Germany or the side of the United Kingdom? And he goes, I'm on the side of peace. You know what that means? This means that Trump is on the side of whichever side will win. He is waiting to find out which side is guaranteed to win. Whichever one it is, I'm siding with you. That's what this is, which is unironically what America's stance was in World War I and II before we got involved. We waited to see which side was going to fucking win.
So, but I think that's a problem that's going to get solved, yeah.
Would people who live outside of Ukrainians who fled during the war be allowed to?
All right, we got more here.
In your conversation with...
You're saying that you've said multiple times that you want to stop the killing, and nearly 100 American citizens died in Ukraine on the battlefield. Yeah. What's your message to their families?
So the question is, Mr. President, nearly 100 Americans have died in the war in Ukraine. What is your message to the American families whose sons and daughters were murdered by the Russian horde? And let's see the president's answer.
Whose loved ones died fighting.
Well, look, I mean, the message is so obvious. It's what a shame. They died in a foreign country.
Just so you guys understand, there was a time period in like the 80s where if one American, was killed in a foreign nation, we would fucking bomb you. We would invade you. We would sanction the fuck out of you. We would avenge the fallen. And now we just have, oh, what a shame. It happens. My heart goes out to you. Thoughts and prayers. That's the joke of a nation we're in. And people pretend like we're respected. People pretend like we're the most powerful nation on earth. We're just a fucking baby back bitch.
And some are celebrated people. They're very celebrated. But so sad that a thing like that would happen. Yes, ma'am.
Dude, the speed in which he moves on. Oh, it's so sad that something like that would happen. Yes, ma'am. You have a question? Like, dude, he's such a fucking fraud. And I hope that there's at least one MAGA voter watching because, like, bro, really? This is your strongman? This is your leader? This is the guy that you fully support? Oh, he's going to bring about a great era of American sovereignty. You're allowed to jump ship. You're allowed to abandon this guy because he lied to you. You don't have to fucking cling on to him like he's your daddy. It's fucking gross. It's pathetic. It's embarrassing.
Obviously, security is a major issue.
All right, moving on. I think I got two more here from it.
Snow Wheat. Look, I was on the phone with him for almost. Snow Wheat. Look, I was on the phone with him for almost, I guess, 2.5 hours. They're just telling me now. It's a long time. We discussed a lot of things. We didn't talk about the weather. We weren't talking about what a beautiful day it is in Palm Beach, Florida.
Yeah, you weren't talking about the weather. I bet you were talking about the golden shower, weren't you? And the fucking piss tape, you goddamn freak.
And we'll continue a negotiation. Pretty complex, but not that complex.
She said, are you meeting your New Year's Day deadline? I'd like to remind you that Trump said he would end this war on day one of his presidency. Then he said it would take 2 weeks. Then he said it would take 2 more weeks. And then he said it would take 2 more weeks 63 times in a row. Okay? That's where we're at. So he has no power. He has no ball. He has no game. He can't do anything because Russia keeps on holding up this video of him fucking kids and sucking dick and going, you sure you don't want to help us take over Ukraine? Because we'll just blast that out on the timeline. And then he bends the knee and takes it.
I don't have deadlines. You know what my deadline is? Getting the war ended.
Oh, so now you don't have deadlines? Ah, I see. You finally realize that you literally have no power on the geopolitical world stage. You finally realize that you are the lol cow. You guys know what a lol cow is, right? Somebody that the entire internet points at and laughs at. Donald Trump is the biggest lol cow in human history, okay? Actually, no, maybe MAGA. That's what it is. Trump is the cult leader, but MAGA, those fucking red hat wearing inbred toothless hicks that like to fuck their sisters, they are the world's biggest lol cows. There's nobody who takes them seriously. Nobody except themselves, and they can't even fucking draw a clock.
You don't have deadlines. Do you agree with that?
So wait, let's hear Trump say that one more time.
I don't have deadlines. You know what my deadline?
I don't have deadlines, is what he said. I don't have deadlines. Great.
Is getting the war ended. You don't have deadlines. Do you agree with that?
So we've got Iran declares war on the U.S. Trump can't make a peace deal in Ukraine. Russia's going to take 80% of the land. And then we've got this. We're also bombing Nigeria. This was on Christmas Day. Tonight, at my direction as Commander-in-Chief, the United States launched a powerful and deadly strike against ISIS terrorist scum in northwest Nigeria. By the way, Trump said he defeated ISIS in 4 weeks. He said that 5 years ago, and you dumb inbred MAGA voters believed him because you're genuinely inferior. Terrorist scum in northwest Nigeria who have been targeting and viciously killing primarily innocent Christians at levels not seen for many years and even centuries. Just so you know, none of this is real. There is no ISIS in Nigeria. The area that he bombed, the local leaders were like, there's no ISIS here. You didn't even kill Muslims, you killed Christians. You killed Christians, claiming that you are bombing Muslim terrorists in Nigeria that are killing Christians, and they don't even exist. They don't even fucking exist. It's insane. I have previously warned these terrorists that if they did not stop the slaughtering of Christians, there would be hell to pay, and tonight there was. The Department of War executed numerous perfect strikes as only the United States is capable of doing. Under my leadership, our country will not allow radical Islamic terrorism to prosper. May God bless our military, and Merry Christmas to all, including the dead terrorists, of which there will be many more if their slaughter of Christians continues. Only Donald Trump, literally only Donald Trump could say, Merry Christmas to all, including the dead terrorists. He is the only fucking man on planet Earth who could do that shit, bro. And the worst part is, his dumbass, inferior rat people supporters are gonna clap like seals. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for bombing Nigeria. I like it. I like it. You fucking morons. You guys share one brain cell amid that entire fucking hat cult. It's insane. And don't worry, guys, it's not just Nigeria. We are also bombing Venezuela. Trump says the U.S. hit a facility in Venezuela very hard. That's not a boat. That is land strikes. Don't forget, we have 15,000 Marines out right on the coast of Venezuela on a fucking ship. We got 12 warships, a nuclear-powered submarine, and multiple B-52 Strato fortresses circling Venezuela. We have literally said, we're here for regime change. We want to harvest your fucking oil and take all of your gold and cobalt. That is what this is. And it goes back to what I was telling you earlier. Israel attacks Iran. They annex the Strait of Hormuz. The oil flow is rendered obsolete. We need a new oil flow, and that is Venezuela. What you are witnessing is the beginning of the resource wars. The resource wars, where the world's superpowers have finally accepted the reality that fossil fuels and petroleum are a finite source. There is a limited supply, which means two things, two options, two possible avenues. Option one, you find green renewable energy, nuclear power plants, right? Solar, wind farms, hydro power, right? Option two, never-ending conquest and gobble up the remaining natural resources that are scattered across the planet, primarily in Africa and parts of Ukraine, and of course Venezuela. Venezuela has the most oil on planet Earth, right? Now, option one would be better for humanity, but what would it destroy? It would destroy the profit margins of the oil lobby. It would destroy ExxonMobil. It would destroy Shell, because if we stop harvesting the petroleum or we start to slow down on it, then their entire business collapses. But in the United States of America, in the Western world, including Israel, I know they're not in the Western world, but in hyper-capitalist nations, we actually choose profit over survival. And that is because the billionaire class will always survive. Let's just say global thermonuclear warfare erupted. What do you think, the billionaires aren't going to live? They've got fucking bunkers, bro. They've got underground cities. And we're talking about Fallout shit. That shit is real. What do you think? Fallout is some fictional game where they like came up with the idea of vault tech? No, that shit exists. It has existed since the 1940s, bro. As soon as we figured out how to split the atom and we realized the payload of these bombs, we didn't just say, oh, that's a strong bomb. We also said, oh, that's a strong bomb. We need bunkers, dude. That's the whole fucking point. The billionaires will always survive this shit, and then they'll have to rule over a kingdom of ashes, but they'll still fucking survive. All right, Trump says the U.S. hit a facility in Venezuela very hard. Let's see what the Hill has here.
The U.S. Already, the Pentagon says the U.S. military has conducted at least 29 airstrikes on boats that have killed at least 105 people. The U.S. has also seized 2 oil tankers. President Donald Trump says those were carrying oil from Venezuela that's subject to U.S. sanctions.
That oil was headed to China. That oil was headed to China. So now we're fucking with China. And don't worry, I got China here because China's running drills getting ready to invade Taiwan.
The Wall Street Journal reports the U.S. moved troops and special operations aircraft into the Caribbean as the Trump administration tries to increase pressure on Venezuela and its dictator, Nicolas Maduro.
We have a massive armada formed, the biggest we've ever had, and by far the biggest we've ever had in South America.
President Donald Trump talked about the size of the buildup on Monday and said he probably wants to force Maduro out of power. Earlier this month,
Yeah, it's regime change. Oh, Lindsey Graham, yo, this guy called for a holy war. If you don't believe me, please look up Lindsey Graham holy war. He was on Fox News calling for a holy war. And we're getting it. We're getting it. You saw that post I just showed you about like, oh, we're going to bomb these ISIS terrorists because we got to save the Christians. We're entering phase 1 of the fucking holy war.
Senator Lindsey Graham urged the Trump administration to make sure it happens.
Yeah, 15% of the Navy pointed at this guy. If he's still standing when this is over, this is a fatal, major mistake.
On Tuesday, the debate landed at the UN Security Council.
President Trump has been very clear that he is going to use the full power of the United States to take on and eradicate these drug cartels.
U.S. Ambassador to the UN Mike Waltz defended the U.S. seizure of Venezuelan oil tankers.
Sanctioned oil tankers operate as the primary economic lifeline for Maduro and his illegitimate regime.
Let me see if I can pull something up for you. I didn't have this queued, but I want to show you this. I wrote something, and it is 5 steps on how to coup d'etat a nation. And I just want to read it to you, and you let me know if you're catching anything here, okay? This isn't the final draft. I have a video that I'm making for this, but here are the 5 steps to conducting a coup. Step 1, locate a nation to become our threat to democracy. Okay, and it goes into great detail here, but we locate a nation that becomes a threat to democracy. Early 2000s, we did this to Iraq and Afghanistan, right? They're a threat to democracy. Now we're doing it with Venezuela. They're a threat to democracy, okay? Step 2, enforce freedom through sanctions, okay? So we have to make that nation suffer. We have to make the average person suffer. We sanction Iraq, we sanction Afghanistan, we sanction Venezuela, we make the average person's pocket hurt so they start to turn against their own government, right? Step 3, you have to fund the opposition, okay? What did I just do there? Whoopsie. Back. You have to fund the opposition. Well, we got Marina Machado, I believe, is the opposition leader. We are funding the Colombian gangs who are fighting against the Venezuelan government. You have to fund the opposition. We did the same thing during the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan. We funded the Mujahideen. The CIA trained this young billionaire named Osama bin Laden. This is all real. You might be too young to know this, but Osama bin Laden was one of 14 kids born into a billionaire family, the Bin Ladens. The Bin Ladens worked hand in hand with the Bush family to harvest oil throughout the Middle East. This is all real. This is all confirmed, right? Now, Osama, he was sort of the rebellious child. He abandoned his family and he hung out with the cool kids. You know what I mean? Like the controversial kids. Now, that was the fucking terrorists, right? And he created this organization called the Mujahideen, which we then sent the CIA to train, arm, and fund so that they could fight against a Soviet invasion. And they did, and they held back the Soviet invasion. Then we abandoned them. They kept the training, they kept the weapons, they kept the money, and they turned themselves into Al-Qaeda. Okay, that is what happened here. Okay, so the same thing is going on here. We're funding the opposition. Step 4, you manufacture consent. I did the same fucking thing again. You manufacture consent, and one of the ways that you do this is WMDs. You claim that they have WMDs. We did the same thing to Saddam Hussein. We claimed that he had weapons of mass destruction. We did this last week with Venezuela. Trump declared that fentanyl is a weapon of mass destruction, right? It's all the exact same. And then the final step, which is what we are in right now, military intervention. Now that you've convinced the American people that that nation is a threat to democracy, you've made their economy scream, you've prepared the opposition for the takeover, and you've manufactured enough consent for military intervention, you can send the military. That is how you coup a nation. That is how you do regime change. And we are currently doing it. Let's finish this video.
Venezuelan representative
Cartels.
U.S. Ambassador to the UN Mike Waltz defended the U.S. seizure of Venezuelan oil tankers.
Sanctioned oil tankers operate as the primary economic lifeline for Maduro and his illegitimate regime.
The Venezuelan...
Really? Because I think Donald Trump is a dictator with an illegitimate regime. Are we going to coup ourselves?
Representative accused the U.S. of extortion.
The world must know that the threat is not Venezuela. The threat is the current U.S. government.
The UN Security Council did not take any formal action against either country. In Washington, I'm Vinay Simlat. Back to you.
Oh, Jesus. So, yeah, Trump said during a recent radio interview that the U.S. knocked out a big facility in Venezuela as the administration continues to turn up the pressure against President Nicolas Maduro. Asked about Venezuela during a Friday appearance, Trump lauded the U.S. military attacks against purported drug smuggling vessels in the region and added that we hit a facility just two days later. We just knocked out, I don't know if you read or you saw, they have a big plant or a big facility where they send the, where the ships come from. 2 nights ago, we knocked that out, so we hit them very hard. So, okay, we bombed Venezuelan mainland. That is an act of war. We are at war with, okay, so let's break this down. We are at war with Venezuela. We are at war with Nigeria. Iran declared war on the United States of America. Russia and Ukraine are at war, and we are surrendering, no longer funding Ukraine, allowing Russia to just take the land. Israel is about to bomb Iran again. Maybe I said that in the beginning. But now I have one more nail in the coffin for you. China stages record drills designed to encircle Taiwan. China sees the writing on the wall and they go, if we don't take Taiwan now, we will lose our opportunity. The United States is the weakest that it has ever been. And we are. The United States is the weakest that we have ever been. We are weaker than we were in fucking 1776, okay? Or sorry, 1775.
China staged live fire drills around Taiwan on Monday. Beijing deployed troops, warships, fighter jets, and artillery for its Justice Mission 2025 exercises. The country's military said it had concentrated forces to the north and southwest of the Taiwan Strait and carried out live firing and simulated strikes on land and maritime targets. It added that the drills would continue on Tuesday and include exercises to blockade the island's main ports and encircle it. The exercises began 11 days after...
Just so you understand, when China does take Taiwan, the price of all technology is going to skyrocket. That is where we make all of our fucking microchips, and everything you have has a microchip. This mouse has a microchip. These computers have microchips. The keyboard has microchips. Your phone has microchips. This fucking vape has microchips. Everything has fucking microchips. And because of Ronald Reagan and the Republican Party, we have offshored all of our fucking factories. We don't make anything in the United States of America except for porn. We don't make fucking anything except porn and guns. That is all we fucking make.
The U.S. announced $11.1 billion in arms sales to Taiwan, the largest ever weapons package for the island. They marked China's 6th major round of war games since 2022, when then U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi visited the island. It also follows sharper rhetoric from Beijing after Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi warned that a Chinese attack on Taiwan could prompt a military response from Tokyo. Taiwan's government condemned the exercises. Presidential Office spokesperson Karen Kuo said the drills threaten security in the region.
Maintaining peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait and the Indo-Pacific is a high consensus of the international community. The Chinese People's Liberation Army conducting targeted military exercises around our country not only brutally undermines the current state of security and stability in the Taiwan Strait and the Indo-Pacific region, but is also an open challenge to international law and international order.
Well, the fucking Chinese are looking around going, well, Israel doesn't follow international law. America doesn't follow international law. The entire fucking Western world doesn't follow international law. So why the fuck should I? That's what China's saying. Now, here's, in my opinion, I think, no, fuck you. You need to follow international law even though the rest of the world isn't. I understand the gripe. But if we all start to abandon the very laws that bind us together as a species, we're going to kill everybody. We're going to kill everybody, bro. We're talking about global thermonuclear war. There's no, I mean, I understand the billionaires will survive, but what are they going to do? They're going to rule over a kingdom of ash.
The country expresses strong condemnation of the Chinese authorities disregarding international norms and using military activities and means to threaten neighboring countries.
Taiwan's defense ministry said its military was on high alert and poised to carry out rapid response exercises. Those exercises are designed to move troops swiftly in case China suddenly turns one of its drills around the island into an attack.
That's what's going to happen, man. China will continue to run these drills, drill after drill, day after day. And then one day, it's not going to be a drill. And Taiwan is going to go, oh my God, they're actually invading. They're actually taking over. And all of our American troops are going to be fucking taken prisoner or killed. That is what's going to fucking happen.
This Taipei resident appeared unfazed by China's military exercises.
I think these drills are just meant to scare us, to intimidate us. Similar drills have happened before. As ordinary citizens, I think all we can do is take care of ourselves, do our jobs well, and live our lives well.
Taiwan rejects China's claimed sovereignty, maintaining that only its people can decide the island's future.
So a lot of people forget that China claims that Taiwan is not even a nation. They claim that Taiwan is part of China and has always been part of China. There was also a period in the 1970s where the Western world, the United Nations, the United States, we didn't even consider China to be a country. We actually said that Taiwan was China. This is real. We claimed, like when we were making deals with China and we were making deals with Taiwan, and we claimed that Taiwan is China and China doesn't exist. This is real. We did this shit, okay? Like all of everything you are seeing happen right now is a consequence of old white men in the fucking 1970s and 80s just going, it's not a problem we're gonna have to deal with. We're gonna fucking die from old age by then anyway. And they were right. They were right. They were going to die of old age. Why? Who gives a shit, right? But now it's our problem. And the one hope that we can have is that people like us are seeing the consequences of the actions of the past and understand that as we move forward, as people like us age into leaders, which is what we will be, for the torch of humanity will be passed to you one day, and you must carry the flame. We are Charlie Kirk, we carry the flame. When you carry that fucking flame, you gotta remember what it was like to be like, why the fuck is all this shit happening? Only to find out that it was an outcome of some dumb fucking 90-year-old white dude. And we can prevent it from happening when it is our turn. And our turn is coming. I'm 28 years old. If we can make it another 7 fucking years, I can run for the presidency, okay? And the same thing, guys, you don't need to be 35 to run for your local election. You want to run for your fucking city council, you could do that at 21. Like, it is time to get these geriatric fucks out of their positions of power where they have manufactured consent for fucking war after war after war, and we put them in their place, we take over, and we say, nah, it's over now. No more foreign wars. It is time for humanity to achieve singularity. It is time for us to understand that we are all the same fucking species, because I'll tell you, if an alien mothership rolled up right outside of orbit and we launched our nukes and we hit it and went and did nothing, do you know how fucking quickly we would unite? Do you know how fucking quickly we would drop all of our differences and go, oh, I get you're black and you're Asian and you're Islamic and you're Jewish and I'm Christian, but like, That thing is gonna kill us all. He doesn't see any difference between us. That is how you fucking... I'm advocating for an alien invasion. That's how fucked we are. That the only way we can unite is if some otherworldly threat came in and said, I'm gonna eat you. Like, I can't even deal with this shit, dude. I can't even fucking deal with this shit, dude. All right, and then obviously the U.S. strikes ISIS in Nigeria. And we talked about that already. Inshallah, the aliens will save us. Inshallah, it's the covenant. We need the covenant. I need the arbiter. I need the arbiter. Ah! Anyway, that's all I got for you today. If you're here live, you stay. We got to keep on going. Got to make a thumbnail for this video. And if you are watching this pre-recorded, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And remember, this is real independent media. I've never had a conversation with an advertiser or a billionaire or a government or any of that shit. So if you do want to support the channel, please do. Send me some money. Thank you for 138,000 subscribers. Thank you for the $10 there, Raylo girl. And do me one last favor. Click that video right over there. It's a banger. And I know bangers. That was a long fucking video. That was a long fucking video. That was a 51-minute long video, but I think it's important. I think that was a pretty good video. Check my PFP. Oh my God, that's me. I like it, dude. I like it. All right, let's get this uploaded. Y'all like it? Y'all like that video? Pretty good video, yeah? Read the dono. In the video on my channel, I prove with evidence that Mamdani and Brad Lander are both Zionists. You asked me for video evidence and I was happy to provide it. I bet you won't respond to any of it. You're correct. I won't respond to any of it because I know Zoran. Like, I've talked to Zoran. We've talked about Israel. Not only can I guarantee you that he's not a Zionist, he is far more anti-Zionist than you know. So, yeah, no, you're correct. Thank you for the $10, though. I will not be watching your video. All right, let's make a thumbnail. We're gonna need that picture. Valenti VOD, episode 338. $10, but at what cost? I don't fucking know. Thank you for the $10 though. NYC with nuclear fire in the pick. Way ahead of you, Jack. Way ahead of you. All right, we're going to need Trump. The video is exposing Chris Valenti for backing Zionists. Is that actually what it's called? Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Exposing Chris Valenti for backing. Dude, I've always said, even to Avi, my producer, have been like, yeah, the moment where like people start to try to expose me, that's when we're probably going to take off the most. That's when we're going to take off the most. Oh my God, it is called that. Look at it. Put my fucking arm around Netanyahu. Oh my God, oh my God. It says I love Israel on the shirt. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Why is Hassan in the thumbnail? Oh my God. Enjoy your 14 views. All right. All right, let's make this thumbnail. We'll do that one. Guys, don't go looking for that video. Don't watch that video. Don't give that fucking loser views. Okay, we got me in there. Now we're gonna need Donald. Yeah, we'll do this one. Dude, this is why, just so you know, like, I have a lot of content creator friends. We have a couple of group chats, and there is one common through line, which we all talk about. Hold on. Let's put him there. Okay, which is that, like, the virtue signaling left, right? Like the liberals who are like always virtue signaling and shit like that. They're unironically like more annoying than MAGA, right? MAGA is fine because they're all fucking idiots, right? Like they can barely fucking spell. But it's like the theory bros, the ones who like they're like, oh, if you even like this post, it means that you're a Zionist. Those people have unironically done more damage to the movement than MAGA has. MAGA has done damage to the United States of America, but those leftists, they do so much damage to their own fucking movement, it's like gnawing off your own legs. Thank you for the $5. Chris, I have a question. How do we fix the situation with the without the revel word? Oh, I don't fucking know, dude. I mean, right now, we just got to hope that this final election, that in 2026, we can actually win in the midterms and use democracy to outflank these fucking fascists. But if we don't win in 2026, who knows? $5. I wonder if everything finally becomes too big to ignore, if Trump supporters will ever admit they were wrong. Well, he'll always have about 20% support. There's about 20% of his supporters who will never abandon him, no matter what. There's nothing they can do. Make a reaction video? Dude, why the fuck would I make a reaction video to a nobody? To somebody who has like 14 views. Excuse me. I'm not gonna bolster up some fucking idiot. Excuse me. I do hope that video does end up like kind of growing though, because controversy is always good, especially when people like see it and they're like, wait, that's a crock of shit. I watch this guy all the time. So that could genuinely help. But seriously, don't go watch it. Let that video ride on its own. All right, let's see. What should this say? Global war for one of them. The resource war. New Holy War just dropped. Actually, no. Just Holy War. There we go. All right. What was the name of the person who made the video about me? Are you still here? Because like, I'm just curious. Do you like fucking hate me? You like fucking hate me? I gotta know. I gotta know. All right, set test, title. No, I don't hate you, Chris. So what is the point of the video? Like, because I saw like, sorry. I saw that, you know, you put like me around Netanyahu and like I love Israel. So like, is you just mad at, you know, but my question, like, do you think I'm a Zionist? Like, why are you coming after me? You think that I'm a Zionist? What's like the root of the reaction there? What's the, like, what is it? You think I'm a Zionist or something? Proving you wrong when I last donated. Minor clickbait. I think you support Zios. I don't. So, but my question is, do you think I'm a Zionist? Is that what you think? Where, who is it? What's the name? Raylo Girl. Do you think I'm a Zionist, Raylo Girl? What should the title of this video be? I think that Brad Lander and Jessica Tisch and Hakeem Jeffries are all Zionists, and you and Mamdani both love all those guys. Oh, so you're retarded. Oh. My bad. All right. The title of this video will be Iran declares war on U.S., Israel, and Europe. Welcome to the resource war. Chris, if you're a Zionist, then I'm not trans. I know, dude. Listen, if you're capable of looking at somebody like me and going, you're a Zionist, then you think everybody is a Zionist. Because I'm probably the most anti-Zionist motherfucker I know. Like, I fucking despise Israel. I do everything that I can to make people hate Israel. But if I'm the one that you think is like, oh, you support Zionists, then I don't even know what Donald Trump is. I don't even know who they are. Like, because then everybody's a fucking Zionist. Then everybody is a fucking Zionist. Anyway, Iran declares war on the U.S., Israel, and Europe. Welcome to the resource war. Iran declares war on us. We bomb Nigeria. We bomb Venezuela. China preps for invasion of Taiwan. Oh, Russia, Ukraine isn't ending soon. Bang. Somebody said, prove me wrong. I'm not saying you want to, in proxy, you're supporting. Listen, I do mean to be rude. I was about to say I don't mean to be rude, but you should probably just, like, not do this for a living. Like, politics, you're pretty fucking bad at it. I haven't even watched the video, but, like, if this is the way that you argue, I think you're probably in the wrong fucking field. You should probably do something else. Anyway, Valenti Vlad. No, it's not firearms related. It's sensitive events. Oh, also, I'm banned from Israel. This motherfucker's in here like you support Zionists. I'm not even allowed in the nation of Israel. I'm not even allowed in the fucking nation of Israel. Watch the videos, everything's in it? No. Are you sitting here begging a content creator with 138,000 subscribers to watch your shitty fucking video? Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you out of your fucking mind? All right. Let's see how it starts. I'm gonna have to cut off the intro. No, literally begging for views. Begging for views. New global war just dropped. All right, that's up and running. Let's make an advertisement. Let's make an advertisement. Yeah, that was a terrible investment, bro. You just gave me $10. You just gave me $10, dude. Why have I been tagged 68 times? Oh, shit. What happened? What did I do? I should not be tagged 68 times. Oh, never mind. It's all just people adding my video to their story. What video is it? It's this one.
Hey, your For You page is all fucked up because Israel is about to bomb Iran again, and they don't want us to freak the fuck out. You gotta freak the fuck out. Hey, your For You page.
Shit. Brother, I swear to God, one of these days, the fucking government's gonna try to take me out because, like, it's not like I'm, like, powerful, but I'm weirdly good at going viral. I know how to do it. I know how to do it, man. It's a fucking art. It's an art form. It's a fucking art form. All right. Speaking of which, I'll show you how to do it. Let's make one. Let's make one. Let's go viral. Let's go viral. Once my fucking phone stops glitching. My fucking phone is frozen. Piece of shit. Dude, this is terrible. As your supporter, I disagree. I think you're acting childish. I don't care. Guys, I knew this moment would come one day. I need you to understand, I don't care about your opinions. I'm telling you my opinions. If you like them, if you agree with them, stay. If you disagree with them, that's fine too. But, like, I don't care. I am here to do what I believe is right. I don't give a fuck if you don't like me. Thank you for the $5. I genuinely could not give less of a shit. All right. Oh, Jesus. As a supporter of yours, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. All right, let's make a video. All right. Fucking piece of shit app. Dude, this fucking app is dog shit. You need to find yourself a woman? Dude, I have a woman. Are you out of your fucking mind? Dude, I swear to God, some people think that, like, content creators only exist when they're on camera, and that, like, when the camera turns off, they don't exist anymore. You a fucking idiot? You got suspended for ZA? Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, let's make a video. So, Iran declared war on the United States, Europe, and Israel. China is running drills right outside of Taiwan for the invasion. Trump bombed the mainland of Venezuela, took out one of their big factories that have the ships in it. Trump bombed Nigeria. What else? Trump can't get a peace deal between Russia and Ukraine, and he actually said, he goes, I don't have a deadline. This is the same guy who said that he was going to end the war on day one. Oh, and also all of this is because Russia has that blackmail that Jeffrey Epstein gathered of him doing, you know what I'm talking about? So he can't actually stand up to Russia. And part of his deal is to give 80% of the Ukrainian land to Russia, like Luhansk, Donetsk, the Zaporizhia regions, Kherson, all the places that have, like, lithium, cobalt, oil, all the natural gas deposits. What else? Oh, the reason why we're invading Venezuela is because Israel is about to bomb Iran again. And when I say Israel's going to bomb Iran again, I mean us too, because we are Israel. Israel is the 51st state of the United States of America. We're going to bomb Iran, and then Iran's retaliation will probably be to annex the Strait of Hormuz. I don't know what happened there. Iran's response will probably be to annex the Strait of Hormuz and render the oil flow obsolete, so we need a new oil flow that's going to be from Venezuela. So yeah, the resource wars have begun. If you disagree with me, you're wrong and stupid. I got a whole new YouTube video covering this. Go check it out. YouTube, new YouTube video, new YouTube video, new YouTube video. All right.
So Iran declared war on the United States.
The resource war has begun. New YouTube video. All right. Your woman's out there cheating on you, bro. You're a beta male. Dude, just because your woman fucking cheated on you doesn't mean that everybody's woman is cheating on them, my guy. That seems like a you thing. That seems like a you issue. Thank you for the $5. Was that for TikTok? That's for TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. Big factory. Ooh, full of ships. Ooh, bro was projecting. Yeah, I know. It's really sad. All right, let's get that up on YouTube. It's on TikTok now. Oh, it's a big factory. The fuck is up with these haters? This is what happens. As you rise in popularity, more and more people start to fucking despise you. To exist on the internet is to be hated. That's just the name of the game. I gotta wait for this to save on my phone. But also, it does make sense for the right wing to hate me because I'm a genuine threat to their ideology. It does not make sense for the left wing to hate me. It makes sense for liberals to hate me because I'm just like them but better, and they're probably fucking jealous, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. Dude, my phone is such dog shit. My phone is such fucking dog shit. Bella Covfefe. Ooh, Bella Covfefe. Thank you for the $2. You don't have, if you don't have haters, you're doing something wrong. Correct. I miss Koofs, dude. I miss Koofs, bro. That was the most dedicated hater I've ever fucking had, man. He was great. He was great. Excuse me. Are you fat? Yeah, I'm overweight. I gotta lose weight. All right. New episode of the Valenti VOD. All right, that's uploading on YouTube. Now we gotta get it on Instagram. I've never seen dedicated haters for long. I wonder why. It's kind of hard, man. Even if you hate me, you end up fucking loving me at the end. It's really fucking hard to hate me. I'm far too relatable. What's funny, like most of my haters used to be super fans. And this is real. Most of my haters used to be super fans. They watch every single one of my videos when I was covering World War II and other elements of history. But as soon as they realized that I wasn't on the side of the Nazis, they fucking abandoned ship and they got real mad because it's like, oh, I looked up to this guy. I like this guy. I think he's smart. And he thinks I'm stupid, which means I must hate him now. That's unironically what happened. New episode of the Valenti VOD. All right. We're up on all platforms. We are Charlie Kirk! You either die a hero and a loyalist or you become a hater. Yeah, I know. You were the know but you don't understand guy? Yes. Yeah, Koofs came in here trying to hate on me, and we used him to raise like $500. That shit was hilarious. He vapes too? Yeah, no. Vaping is probably the gayest thing I do. I gotta quit vaping. I'm trying to quit vaping on New Year's. I'm gonna do like old New Year's resolution cold turkey, but it's gonna suck. It's gonna be very fucking hard. You should do Voodoo, but for Lord of the Rings. Nah, fuck that. I'm done with Voodoo. What happened to the Valentiverse videos? Oh, well, that shit cost me so much money to make. That was like $4 grand per episode, and it was a gamble. We were like, okay, well, how much money can we make off these videos because they're high production value? We didn't make fucking shit. I lost like $8 grand making those videos. So we'll return to Valentiverse once, you know, there's actually a steady flow of cash. All right, the advertisement is up on all platforms. Thank you for the $5, Arch Stanton. I appreciate you. Just use Zins. I tried that, man. I got Zins. It's like an oral fixation thing. Are you banned from Blue Sky? No, I'm on Blue Sky. I just never fucking post on Blue Sky. Pearl Mania quit smoking, and within a year you met the governor? Yeah, because that's what'll do it. Quitting smoking, that'll get you a meeting with the governor. How often do you post? Every single day. Every single day. At least on short form, every single day. I haven't missed a day in a couple of years. I post, I go live 5 days a week on YouTube, and I make a pre-recorded video 6 days a week on YouTube. I take Sunday off. But even on a Sunday, I still make a short form TikTok video. You do not skip a day on short form or else you are punished algorithmically. You officially signed up with the DSA thanks to you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Congratulations. You are one step closer to achieving singularity with your fellow comrade. Would you recommend your career path to anyone else? I mean, sure, but you got to be a very specific type of person to do this shit. You got to be a little fucked up in the head. You got to get a lot, like, I feel empty when I don't stream, right? I feel empty. I consume the news just like all of you guys. But I get these thoughts and I'm like, I have to get them out. Like, well, you know what I used to do before I was streaming? I call like my brother or something and we would shoot the shit until he goes, bro, I can't keep doing this, bro. I can't, I have work to do. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of use you guys, you know what I'm saying? Chris is a good man. Thanks, Cena. I hope you're doing all right in Iran, considering we're coming back. It's funny because the last time me and Cena talked, we were bombing Iran. And now we're talking again and we're bombing Iran. Oh, Cena. Cena. I'm always here. Attaboy. W Cena. See the Venezuelan government statement celebrating Mao's birthday? That's pretty sick. We could celebrate Mao's birthday. Hold on. Let's get Mao Zedong on the wall. 我们起长足力气欣赏，哭着来要糟糕老就有，让我们长足力气息永永记心有，我们起长足力气欣赏。Happy birthday, Mao Zedong! Happy birthday, bud. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Xbox or PlayStation? Xbox. Xbox. Thanks for becoming a loyalist. Appreciate that, Taya Wilscombe. Appreciate you. Get goon mode. Where's goon mode? There it is. Goon mode. It's a bunch of gooners. It's goon mode. How about goon with Bella Ciao? Hold on. How about this? How about Guna Ciao? Guna Martina. Mi sono alzato. Guna goon, guna goon, guna goon, 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 guna mattina. Mi sono alzato e ho trovato guna goon. Anyway. Chris, are we going to survive this? I'm not even a legal adult. I feel like my hair's going to fall out. Probably. We'll probably survive this. A lot of people won't. But America will probably remain untouched till the bitter end of it. What do you think of the Communist Party of America? I like them. They got a lot of motion, especially in New York City. What's your stance on the devil's lettuce? I smoke weed every fucking day, bro. Every single day. I don't hope they destroy Israel. I have nothing against their people. Their government is another story. Yeah, no, listen. I fucking hate Israel, but you got to be out of your fucking mind to advocate for any sort of nuclear weapon detonating anywhere. I understand that there are still babies in Israel. You know what I mean? Like, there are still people who are children who don't know anything. Like, nobody chooses their spawn point, you know? As much as I fucking hate the Israeli government, I have no problem with somebody who's Israeli. I don't hate you for being Israeli. I don't hate somebody for being Russian. You know what I mean? That's cheesy. That's pathetic. It's easy. You know? You gotta have reasoning to hate people. I hate Benjamin Netanyahu because he's a fucking authoritarian dictator running an apartheid ethno-state. You know, I don't have any problems with somebody who was just born in Israel. Your actions are what decides whether I fucking hate you, not where you're born. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're French. Fuck the French. Fuck the French. FTF. Fuck the French. Fuck the French. Nuke Paris. If you're new here, that is a joke. That's a joke. FTF. 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 You think communism will work in America? I think communism would work everywhere. We've never attempted it anywhere on planet Earth, so. However, I do think that communism is a utopia that requires technological advancements that are literally centuries ahead of us. Like, the only possible way that you could have everybody living in like a stateless, classless, moneyless society is if everybody was living like a king. And you can't have everybody live like a king unless you have autonomous systems taking care of all the remedial jobs that no human wants to do. So if you wanted communism, you would also want to have like a, I guess like an AI world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, see, this guy says, communism works globally. Hopefully we'll see it in 5,000 years. No, but that's what I'm saying. It would require such insane technological advancement. It's next to impossible. Socialism, however, that is very possible. That is very, very doable. Yeah, the stream is definitely ending soon, Brody. What do you say to a proletariat who has found themselves born into poverty? I don't know how I'm going to get my own place, and how do I find hope for the future? Well, that's why we do what we do here. I understand that a lot of people were born into poverty, but that doesn't mean that they shouldn't have their basic needs met and make it a lot easier for them to succeed. You know what I mean? Like, if you're born into poverty, you know what's going to fucking hurt is having to pay for healthcare, having to pay for schooling for your child, having to pay for, you know, like the car insurance and the rent going up. Like, if there were basic needs met by the tax dollars that you already pay to the government, then you'd be able to spend more time on succeeding rather than spending every last fucking dollar you have surviving. You know what I mean? You need to spend money to make money, but you can't spend money if all of the money that you make is being spent on basic survival, paying the rent, paying the insurance, paying for school. You know, like, you need to have basic social security nets, social safety nets that provide people with like a bare minimum survival status, you know? It needs to happen. Did you ever get into writing more? Yeah, I mean, listen, I used to write a lot more. I haven't written in a long time. I do better with my lips. No diddy. No, I've never played D&D. I've played Baldur's Gate 3, which is practically D&D. Chris, I used to like Trump, but people like you changed my mind, and I thank you for changing my mind before I'm able to vote. Hell fucking yeah, brother. Welcome to the right side of history. Welcome to the OAL. How was your Kirkmas? It was good. Merry Kirkmas. Never played Divinity. What's the difference between Valenti and Valentino? The NO. The word no. OAL is only Americans left. It's all the people in this chat, you know? There's socialists, communists, liberals. I mean, I'm sure there's a Republican in here. As long as you understand that Donald Trump is a threat to democracy and his entire regime consists of fascists, then yeah, you are in the OAL. I can say that he is right. I'm a communist. Yeah, see, there's fucking communists in here. Granted, to the MAGA voter, we're all communists. To MAGA voters, everyone here is a communist. Granted, they don't even know what capitalism is, let alone what communism is, so. No, it would not. Valentino means something different than Valiant, than Valenti. OAL, baby! Certified dirty comment right here! Hoo! 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 Hey! Oh! So what exactly is the OAL? Future political party, but as of now, it's just a legion that we're trying to build. It's a coalition of Americans who understand that we do not need to agree on everything, but there are some basic things we need to agree on. For example, democracy is non-negotiable. If you agree that democracy is non-negotiable, you are in the OAL. Maybe we have differences in terms of what you believe the tax rate should be, the income tax rate. I don't give a fuck. But as long as you understand that democracy is non-negotiable, you're in the OAL. Nobody can do a Wilhelm scream, dude. Nobody on earth can do a Wilhelm scream. What does it stand for? Only Americans left. We are the only Americans left. All right, guys. I'm going to end the stream. What are your thoughts on Karl Marx? Big fan. Hold on, let me get Carl on the cube. Carl! Attaboy. Big fan of Karl Marx. He's the OG. Carl's a fucking OG. Yeah, we got hats. We got hats. It's all on the merch website. All right, guys, I'm out of here. GG's, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Costs you nothing, helps me immensely. If you want to donate to the channel, please do. Have a good day. Be good. Don't get bombed. Later.